Welcome to the No Cap Sports Show podcast where sports and convos collide. I'm your host, Kobe Turner, aka the Cobra.
I'm your host, Mo Money.
I'm your host, O.
What up, fellas?
Man, Super Bowl week.
Yeah, this is Super Bowl edition of the No Cap Sports Show podcast. And Blockbuster Trade edition.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Huh?
Oh, this is Super Bowl edition.
Yeah, the Super Bowl edition, the trade edition. Hey, look, we got a lot to rap about, man. It's some good sports topics out there this week that I know our viewers and listeners are waiting to hear our opinion on. So look, man, we ain't gonna beat around the bush, man. Let's start with this matchup between Titans in the Super Bowl. We got the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, Mo Money, man, I want to get your predictions on this Super Bowl right here, and I also want to know what are your keys to victory.
Man, so my prediction is I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs. I typically don't bet against greatness, man. I was wrong against Tom Brady twice, but I'm taking Pat Mahomes. As far as keys to victory, it's very simple. O-Dog said it like 3-4 weeks ago. As the Eagles go, so does Saquon Barkley. So if you can find a way to make Jalen Hurts play quarterback, I believe the Kansas City Chiefs have a shot to beating the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, on the flip side, for the Philadelphia Eagles, they have to do the opposite. You cannot blitz at Mahomes. You got to send four and play a lot of people on the back end and just pray that he have all game. So those are my keys to victory.
Yeah. O-Dog, what you like about this matchup in the Super Bowl this coming Sunday?
Well, I like Lamar. I think Lamar Jackson going to play a good game. I think he's going to do well. I think it's his first Super Bowl, and oh, my bad. My bad.
Hey, that's a tough matchup, Lamar versus.
I forgot he was over. He in Cabo. He in Cabo with Joey B and them. Chilling.
Yeah. And Dak, don't leave more money out.
Oh no, they ain't invite Dak to Cabo. No, he didn't.
Dak ain't even there vacationing. I think he played for a professional team out in Cabo. He lives.
Yeah, Dak go to Cancun, and he down in Mississippi somewhere. You know what I mean?
Cancun, that joke in El Paso.
He in El Paso, chilling. I like Philadelphia. I'm going with Philadelphia to stop the thing. I think the defense is going to take it upon themselves to go out and challenge the Kansas City Chiefs. But I am putting my money on Kansas City. But I want Philadelphia to win, and I want Saquon Barkley because he is, like I said, like I've been saying this whole year, and like I've been saying before, he is the ultimate pro. And I just love the way the young man, goes at and attacks the football game, and I think he deserves it as well as some of those other guys. But I just want to see a good game. I just want to see a good game, and I think what it's going to come down to is like what Money Mo just said. Kansas City going to force Jalen Hurts to have to make some throws, and if he makes those throws, unlike what the number quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens does, as long as he doesn't hit anybody on the sideline or throw interceptions or drop fumbles like what number 8 did for Baltimore Ravens, the regular season MVP, then I think Philadelphia got a chance.
That boy living rent free, man. He living rent free, man. God dang. So look, I'm going with the Eagles too. You know what I mean? I look at both of those teams. I think the Eagles are a better team. I get everybody going with Kansas City because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Patrick Mahomes and that Kansas City Chief team has proven to be the cream of the crop, and they know how to play in big moments. And then you can't never forget about the Andy Reid factor. I just think Andy Reid make all that stuff work, man. I think he's the key. But I just think, like I said, I think Philly has the better overall team. I think Saquon Barkley is going to put that load on his back, and I want I want to caution Kansas City to in terms of trying to make Hurts beat him, because I think Hurts can do it. I know a lot of people don't have a lot of faith in him, but I think he can do it. Last game, I think in the NFC Championship, I thought he played a flawless game. Um, he took care of the ball. He made big throws when he needed to make it, and then he let his workhorse do his thing. The last time we saw Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl, I know they lost, but he had a monster game. You know what I mean? But what he didn't have was Saquon Barkley. So you add that to the mix. You know what I mean? With him playing a clean football game, I think the Philadelphia Eagles will walk away victorious. The only thing they got to worry about is the referees.
No, they can't. But Cole, we talked about that, right?
Mhm.
We talked about that, Money Mo. We can't leave it up to the referees. We got to go out and physically whoop their ass. And I'm
Right.
sorry for all our listeners and viewers that don't like cursing or whoever, but fuck all that. We got to go out, and as a Philadelphia Eagles, we have to say, and as a group, as a team, we have to understand that we cannot leave it in the referees' hands. We have to physically go out and whoop their ass.
Yes.
For
Period.
sure.
So it's not so it doesn't come down to calls. And if they do get them calls, so what? You tell them motherfuckers, so what? You got that call, I'll be right back.
Mhm.
You said I hit you in the chin this time and you called a flag, cool. I'll be right back. I'm coming back and I'm gonna hit you again. That is how you go about beating a champion. Period.
Yeah.
It ain't no in between. It ain't no whole bunch of schemes and systems. You got to go in there and physically whoop their ass on all sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Offense, defense, and special teams. I think a special teams gonna play might be a very big part of the game as well. I think a special teams. Somebody gonna do something on special teams for
Well,
sure.
if it come down to special teams, Kansas City got that block check because the Eagles kicker, something wrong with him.
Nah, I ain't talking about the kicker. I'm talking about fake punt.
Yeah.
Block kick. I'm talking about a punt return, kickoff return, something.
Yeah.
You fellas killed me, man. Because I remember a few weeks ago, I mentioned special teams for Notre Dame, and y'all just laugh. Y'all talk about special teams like I said something
We didn't
crazy.
know Notre
Now,
Dame. We didn't know Notre. You said Notre Dame, so we didn't really care. Nobody cares about that.
Nah, man. Now, a few weeks later, y'all talk about special teams. Come on.
Hey, look, it's a part of the game. It's a part of the game, and what I'm saying
I
is,
know this. I'm just saying the
sometimes
hypocrisy is evident right now.
right, but it's a difference in you. We banking on this is our, and then I'm saying,
hey, touche.
Hey,
look, I definitely was banging on it.
right. So that's a huge difference. But yeah, that's that. I think they're gonna have to go in there and they're gonna have to physically beat Kansas City up, and it all starts with up front. It all starts with up front.
Yeah,
I agree.
Hey, Mo Money, in your opinion, if Kansas City wins the Super Bowl, what does that mean for Patrick Mahomes and that Kansas City franchise, in your opinion?
He's still the second best quarterback of all time. He's still the second best. I mean, Tom Brady has set the mark very high. Was it 7 Super Bowls, 6 Super Bowl victories? So he still got a little way to go. Kansas City is still the second best franchise, in my opinion, behind the New England Patriots. They still got a ways to go, but they're young enough to get it done. I mean, what is he? He's not even 30 yet. So he still got some time. Still got.
But Tom Brady never had a three-peat. And when you put their stats side by side and their win-losses, Patrick Mahomes at the same time has the advantage over Tom Brady. So you never know. Yeah, I think it's gonna kind of change the mind of some folks. Be like, I think Patrick Mahomes might be the top dog now, but I agree with you too. He's still, man, Brady won a lot of them, bro, and he been there 10 times?
Been there a lot.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
a couple
no.
of and a couple of them that he lost, it had the quarterback that he played against made some remarkable throws, and the players made some remarkable plays.
Facts.
So
Facts.
yeah.
Hey, old dog, in your opinion, if the Eagles win, what would you think that means for Jalen Hurts and his legacy?
Congratulations. You know, you won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome as a black African American quarterback to win a Super Bowl. He can go in that category with Doug Williams and
Right.
who else? What other black quarterback has won a Super Bowl?
Pat Mahomes, technically.
Obviously Patrick Mahomes. So it's Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, whatever. So I think that would be cool. But as far as his legacy goes, you got to do a little bit more for legacy, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree with you. I don't think it's going to make that much of an impact in terms of legacy. But what I will say is it will give him that. It would allow him to check that box, because if you remember, let's say about 4 seasons ago, they was looking for his replacement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you fast forward to 2025 and he holding up that Lombardi. Hey, you know what I mean? So people that's in the same predicament that Hurts was 4 seasons ago, now their team ownership and GMs going to look at those quarterbacks like, hey, Hurts did it. Hey, all we need to do is give our quarterback something to work with, and then they probably can make something happen too. So I think it will impact that way, not just for him, but around the league.
I think it'll impact the running back position and Saquon Barkley's legacy, as he's going to go down as one of the greatest backs of all time. Because long as he stays somewhat healthy, he should be on a Hall of Fame trajectory. He'll get to 10,000 yards and the Super Bowl in there. And what he did, because he pretty much carried the Eagles offense through stretches of the season and in the playoffs. So I think I'm looking at it from that angle. Like, what does it do for Saquon Barkley and the running back position in the NFL?
Yeah, I think the value of the running back is back. And I heard the stories that about 10 of the top running backs in the league got together in the all season and kind of talked about it, like, let's go out there and ball out this season, because they trying to get their value back, get their worth back, because we was kind of like just shoving them by the wayside. But now we got to pay attention to the running back, and we got to start paying them their worth. You just mentioned Saquon, Henry, and others. They put in major work this year. So now teams are going to start trying to fill their roster up with some serviceable running backs and trying to get it done that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, sticking with football, in other news, Myles Garrett, the all-world defensive end for the Cleveland Browns, he requested a trade. What's your thoughts on that trade? What do you think the best landing spot would be for Myles Garrett, Mo?
My thoughts on the trade is, I mean, he's been putting up with a lot of losing in Cleveland. He's been very loyal. And most seasons they've been the worst team in the AFC North. So I mean, at the end of the day, he got to do what's right for him and his family. At some point, winning does matter. Now, as far as the best landing spot, I ain't trying to cop out, but shit, it don't matter where he go. You know what I mean? Like, he's just that dude, man. I mean, I could name a bunch of teams. They'll never trade him to the Cincinnati Bengals, but off the top of my head, that's the one team I could think of that could really use a Myles Garrett. I don't think it'll ever happen. That's fictional. If you're talking about a realistic trade for somebody that could use a Myles Garrett, man, I think you probably looking over at the Philadelphia Eagles, believe it or not. If that's the perfect landing spot for a guy like Myles Garrett, because they don't really have an edge setter that's a dominant player. They have one dominant defensive tackle. So that's my opinion.
True. What's up, Poon?
Ain't nothing, man.
Yeah.
Over here still morning, man.
How the game go?
Hey, man, I'm still mourning.
Hey, we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that. Hey, old dog, sticking on the topic of Miles Garrett trade request. Do you think that he should be traded, and where you think would be the best spot for him to go?
I just think he's tired of losing. I think he wants to go out and compete and play and have some meaningful games. As a football player or as a professional athlete, period, you are only limited to so much time. And he's been there. He's been through all the rebuilds and the fix and this and that or whatever. And I just think he wants to go out and play some meaningful games, man. Get in the playoffs, and I think he's financially set, so he doesn't really have to worry about the bag so much or getting paid. And I think he just wants to go out and compete. That's all. That's my thing. And I think they should trade him. He's been loyal. I think you can get some good quality picks and a couple players. And Cleveland needs to do a whole ramp of everything. They need to fire the cook, the chef, security, and everything else that's in there. Anything else at Cleveland. They need to revamp that whole organization. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad request at all. I mean, what is he, 28, 20, 27, 29, something like that.
Yeah.
So he's in his prime. So give him he's been loyal, great person in the community. Let's get some picks for him. And send him on his way. Thank you for coming out, and appreciate you.
Yeah.
And, let him go somewhere where he can compete, and maybe it's somebody on the other side where he don't have to be getting double team. I mean, because think about it, he been getting double teamed for the last 6 years.
That's right.
So I think he can have some more production if he got anybody on the other side of him that is a quality. No disrespect to the guys that's playing. Obviously, they're all good guys, but just another dominant force on the other side. I think he'll do well.
Yep. Hey, Poon, what you think about Miles Garrett trade request, and where would you like to see him go?
I'm echo what O said. Like at some point, you want to play to win. He got an asshole full of money, so it ain't about the money no more. Like let's we're gonna go play win. And so if you look at I would love to see him go up and play with Josh Allen, you know what I'm saying, and across from Russo, with Ed Oliver and them guys. I think that would solidify that defensive line. But I also think Washington would be a good spot for him, with what they have, depending on, what they would have to give up. But
do they have a good rush in on the other side?
Dante Fowler played really well this year. I think he had like double digit sacks.
That's right.
He's
I forgot
a free agent though. He's a free agent.
I forgot Dante Fowler played well. But they got a good D-line though, period, with Allen and Payne. So they'll be good. They'll be good.
Yeah. And I get it, man. I agree with all you guys. I think a trade request from the big fella, I think, is warranted. He's been with that franchise for a long time. Gave them everything. Has been one of the, if not the best defensive end in all of football for a long time. He's been loyal, but he's endured so many losing seasons year after year after year. And I know if I was like a GM or whatever, it'd be hard to let him go, because the little bit of success that the Cleveland Browns did have was because of their defense. The offense didn't give them nothing, but the defense was able to pull out a few wins this season. But just out of respect, for what he's done for your organization and how true he was to that organization, you honor that trade and try to get him somewhere where he can compete for a Super Bowl. Selfishly, I would like to see him go to the Ravens, and I know he would want to go to the Ravens, but that's not going to happen. They're not going to trade him within the division. But realistically, I agree with Pumi. I think Washington would be the perfect spot for him. Another team I think would be perfect for him if he went to the Detroit Lions, because I know they lost their best edge rusher, and if you replace him with somebody like Myles Garrett, you right back to where you started. You know what I mean? So I'm interested to see what's going to happen with him, and I wish him the best of luck, and I hope he get into a situation where he can be happy and get some wins. So,
For sure.
but Poom, I see you got your dark glasses on. You looking sad. You know, I know you've been crying for the last 48, 72 hours. You know, I've been hearing about it. You know, these big NBA trades that's been going on these last few days. And one of those trades was your favorite player from your team, the Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic. So I want to start with you. I want to get your thoughts on the trade that went down between the Lakers and the Mavericks to send Luka Doncic to the Lakers and Anthony Davis to the Mavericks.
You know, Saturday night I was talking to my brother O-Dog. You know, we was chopping it up on the phone for about 30 minutes, talking about, you know, some outstanding music that come out of DC. And my son kept calling me. You know what I'm saying? He just kept calling. I'm like, man, you know, I'm like, I'm gonna hit him when I get off the phone with O. And then as soon as me and O got off the phone, he called again. And he was like, Dad, they traded Luka. I was like, no way. Like, that doesn't even cut it out. It don't even make sense. Like, he's like, nah, they traded for AD. I said, cut it out. Opened up ESPN, it wasn't being reported. Then it finally did. And for the life of me, I can't wrap my mind around it. Like, I can't wrap my mind around it 4 days later. Like, because to me, anybody that's, you know, that's plays sports, you know, if you had a chance, you know, that once they get rid of you, you know, the narrative changes about, you know, who you are and what you were. You know what I'm saying? So I think what they're saying now, because, listen, I'm a Luka fan, but I'll be the first one to tell you, no, he don't play defense. Me and O had plenty of arguments about him playing defense, right? But I think the notion that, you know, that he's out of shape, it flies in the face of what the reality is. You can't tell me somebody lead the fourth quarter in scoring, you know what I'm saying, and lead crunch time in scoring and is out of shape. Like, to me, out of shape means when I need you, you can't perform. You know what I'm saying? Like, if some people body type is never going to be, you know, Jerome Bettis ain't never going to look like Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? But nobody ever said Jerome Bettis was out of shape. You know what I'm saying? Antoine Walker and Paul Pierce, they never going to look like LeBron James and you know, it's just not. So his body shape different. No, he's not in the best shape, but I think it's, even if you say he's not in shape, how do you trade him for somebody that only plays 60% of the games? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't trading him for somebody that's there every night. You probably trading him for street clothes. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, it's nothing about it that makes sense. You know, if you say, damn, long term, you know what? And I think that Anthony Davis puts us in a great position with the length and the athleticism that we have with him and Gafford. Now you'll be able to put P.J. Washington back down to the 3 instead of having to play the 4. You know, so we got better defensively. I think we're a balanced team. I think we are dangerous, but I thought we was dangerous with Luka. You know what I'm saying? Like, with adding Najee Marshall, Quentin, and all the people we added. So it don't make sense. Like I said to my son on Saturday night, he must have fucked Nico Harrison's wife, and I'm standing by that. Like, it just don't make sense any other way. It's nothing you can tell me on any other level that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, dog, what's your feelings about the trade?
Mine's is simple. I feel like the Lakers, that's a no-brainer for them. I mean, now you got a international superstar, world-renowned young man that's 25, 26 years old, or however old he is. The Lakers has always had that big time superstar. They try to have Anthony Davis do it, but he's some trash. And he's not going to help y'all out, Poom. He's going to be the worst thing that ever happened to the Dallas Mavericks. He's going to catch a couple lobs or whatever the case may be. It's going to look good, but then he's going to have to go against them big boys. He's going to have to go against the Joker. He's going to have to go, and he ain't going to have LeBron, in his ear. And we going to see just what type of player he is, period. The same way we saw that other dude for the number 8 of the Baltimore Ravens in the playoffs. You are who we thought you are. So what I'm saying is, congratulations to the Lakers. They got their superstar for the next 5-6 years. People gonna want to go play with him. I guarantee you, not this season, but next year, he gonna have the best year of his life because he gonna be with LeBron. LeBron gonna force him to be a better player. And if he's the type of young man that I think he is, he's gonna want to get better. He's gonna want to go work out with him. He's gonna want to go train. He's gonna want to prove all the doubters wrong. It's no more. A bag is one thing, but if you are a true competitor in anything that you do, you want to go out and prove to people wrong, right? So I think that's what's gonna happen. As far as the Dallas Mavericks and getting Glass Man, man, y'all got Glass Man. I don't care what Kyrie or anybody say. I'm not
happy about having them.
No. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about to all our viewers and listeners and people talking about 80. And what? Like you said, he self-checked. Why we gotta look? If we playing against him, we out all night in Dallas because he probably ain't playing anyway, Money Mo.
Hey, look, I think the most telling thing about this trade, which is I really don't like conspiracy theories, but I believe that the NBA has something to do with, because it doesn't make sense. Like at some point, something has to make sense. But I've always said, the NBA needs a superstar in LA because they don't have one in New York. They don't really have a superstar.
They could have got anybody though. They got Luka because they was mad, but that mean Dallas was upset with Luka for not playing defense, for not he's not fitting the mold that Jason Kidd wants. So I get that.
It was Jason Kidd though. It was Nico Harrison.
Right.
It was Nico Harrison. You know what I'm saying?
But who is Jason Kidd's boss?
Right. His boss did it. But
they said Jason Kidd didn't even know about the trade.
Jason Kidd didn't even know about it.
I got you.
I just it flies in the face of Rob Pelinka got in the press conference and said it's like a gift. He called this shit a gift. It was it don't even make sense. So I'm with you when people be like, oh man, y'all got Anthony Davis. Man, that shit is, who the fuck is Anthony Davis? Like,
I'd rather get two players that you can count on to play. That's trying to get a big
I would have rather got, you could have gave me Hachimura and the 2 white boys and 2 picks, and I'd been better off. You know what I'm saying? Give me Hachimura, Austin Reeves to connect, and 2 picks rather than Anthony Davis. You know what I'm saying? At least that's gonna give us some crazy depth.
I don't see why my cousin Kobe, who's a big time basketball player, I don't understand what is it about Anthony Davis that you like over the last 4 years. The man had 2 points in a NBA playoff, and he's supposed to be considered the top 5, top 10. It's no way possible you played in the game and you only had 2 points.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, when you banging with Jokic for 3 quarters going into the 4th quarter, it takes a toll on your body, bro.
Until you have
to bump against 7 feet, 300 and something pounds for an entire NBA game, then you can talk to me about why he
can't. It ain't no excuses now.
Hold up, Pooh. I'm sorry. Hold on, Pooh. How tall? Hey, Money Mo. How tall is Anthony Davis?
He's 6'11", 7 feet, 75 pounds.
So I'm a 6 foot nigga going against a 5'11" guy, or I'm a 6 foot dude going against a 6'1" guy. So I got to bang with him, or man, come on, man.
But he's giving up 75 pounds.
So what?
What you mean? So what?
So what I'm saying is go to your strength. If he's 75 pounds heavier than you,
you still got to play defense. You still got to play defense against him.
Hey, listen, I know that's your guy, man. I know you're a Laker fan. So, like I say, I'm going to let you have
it. AD not my guy. And I like this by the way of LeBron.
Yeah.
I'm just calling it like it is. No money make sense of this trade, please.
So, first of all, before I get into that one, I want to break some news real quick from Shams. Jimmy Butler just got traded to the Golden State Warriors for Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, and a protected first-round pick.
Wow.
Yes, just
Breaking
happened.
news. Hey,
Breaking
money
news.
on it.
So, as far as this trade, man, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I'm glad you got him, Pumi, because I'm tired of defending that glass man. I had to keep defending him. He was on my squad. You know, hey, I'm talking about. Look, check this out. The show started in 2021. Guess what happened that same year? That Joker disappeared against the Phoenix Suns. I'm just gonna keep it real. And in every playoff series we had after the bubble, he somehow either got injured or he just didn't play up to the level that he should have. We needed him to provide more points, and he just didn't. You know, he's a great number 2 player, but he's not box office. He's not a franchise player. He's a number 2 superstar. And now he's teamed up with another guy who's a second option, in my opinion. First option talent, second option mentality. Now, as far as the backstory on the Luka Doncic trade, it seems to me 2 things happen. One, the new Mavs ownership is cheap as hell because they started making excuses about playing this player because they just bought that new facility for $600 million out there in Dallas.
Y'all got a new basketball arena?
They got one in the plans, right? But so this is the other part where they saying because they're trying to make it a casino, but Texas ain't fucking with casinos.
Oh.
So they're like, all right, yeah, but we're gonna fucking make Dallas so fucking side so we can move these motherfuckers to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that she owns the Sands Casino. She owns like 8 casinos in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it don't make sense.
Go ahead, Money Mo. Go ahead, Money Mo.
Here's the second thing about it. We all had things like this with our brothers, with our friends. Well, you might finesse them in a friendly way because Nico and doggone Rob, they homeboys. And sometimes you might get, hey man, let me get that watch right there. All right, cool, man. Let me get your watch. All right. Well, that's what happened. It was a friendly finesse. He finessed him. Old man, you say he hurt. I can't give you all that. You say he got his work ethic bad. I'm gonna give you AD. It's like talent. Rob know good damn well AD be in the damn training room more than he be on the practice court. He know that. He just finessed him. That's the bottom line. It was a friendly finesse. That's my thoughts on it, Kobe.
My thoughts is I was surprised just like everybody else with the trade. You know, you got a 25-year-old international superstar that just took your team to the NBA Finals. Out of shape, whatever you want to call them.
Who took the team? Oh, you mean, okay, my bad. I apologize. You talking about Luka right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Out of shape, whatever you want to call him. He put that team on his back. Even when Kyrie wasn't playing well.
Not at all. Kyrie was stinking it up.
And took them boys to the NBA Finals. And was doing this thing in the NBA Finals. So that would make me believe that coming back to a new year, we got a chance to run it back. Because you get Luka into a playoff situation, being who he is, what he's shown us since he's been in the league. Career average 28 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. You know, he's going to give you your best chance of getting back to where you need to go. Now, the reason why I think they traded him, I don't think none of us know. I think there's something that they're being tight-lipped about. It's something that happened behind the scenes that they're not saying, because being out of shape is not an excuse for just all the reasons that I just stated. Not paying him $345 million in the all season for the Supermax is not an excuse because that's what he earned and that's the going rate now. So it was something else. However, if you're going to trade him and you're going to get something back from him, I think Anthony Davis was a good trade.
There's no way. There's no way you think that.
Let me cook for a second.
There's no way you think that.
You talking about somebody who's 6'10", 6'11",
mm-hmm.
who's considered the best defensive big in the game, and has a career average of 26 points a game, 12 rebounds, 3.5 assists for his career. And I get it. Y'all call him glass man and all that stuff. It's easy to poke fun of him, but there's been far more other players that we don't talk about that miss more games than him. Kawhi Leonard being one, and we don't talk nothing about him. But we got
Kawhi Leonard, if Kawhi Leonard was
he ain't been a topic on the show. No, he ain't been no topic on the show.
The man played 76 games last year. And he's on pace to play 70 plus this year. He hasn't missed a lot of time in the last 2 seasons. And this year, he's been playing some of the best ball in the entire league. Period. So you add him to that Mavericks team with that who already has pieces in place. They got 2 young athletic centers. You can move Anthony Davis back to the power forward position, which he's been asking for the longest. You put him back there. He don't have to bump with Luka in the playoffs because you got 2 centers that's going to do that. You're gonna reserve his energy on the offensive end. You get into the fourth quarter, you're not going to see any more 2-point games in the fourth quarter. You're going to get the best version of Anthony Davis. And then you got Kyrie Irving playing a 2-man game with him. Now Kyrie Irving, he gets to roam around. He's not sharing the ball with Luka. You're going to get to see the full effect of Kyrie this year. And then this is going to open up a lot of wide open shots for Klay Thompson, which we know he can knock him down if you leave him open. Period. So I think for the short term, for the short term, Dallas Mavericks, they came out on top because I think the trade puts them all the way at the top on the Western Conference.
Better than OKC.
Now for the Lakers, yeah. You put Anthony Davis on that team, that changes it.
Man, I don't know about OKC.
I just got 1 quick second.
You're getting 25 to 30. You're not really losing nothing in points, but you.
I just got one quick question for Kobe, real quick.
Yeah,
hey, Kobe. Hey, you played against Big Dink, right?
Yeah.
Big Dink, he got about 25, 30 pounds on you.
Damn, he had about 100 pounds on me.
Right. So when you played against Big Dink and you came on the show and you was talking about how you was checking them all 4 quarters and stuff like that, did you have 2 points in the fourth quarter? Or did you score? No. I'm asking you. Did you score more than 2 points playing against a gentleman that weighs more than 20 to 30 pounds of you?
I may or may not. I was just starting out. I wasn't a scorer then. I was just learning how to play.
I got you. Way to clean that joint up. Go ahead, Poom. I'm done, man. I'm done with this shit, man.
But look,
go ahead, man. Bye, man. Y'all hit me later, man. Bye, man.
Yeah, hey,
remove me, man.
Hey, time out, man. Time out. Put him in timeout for a minute.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe.
No,
Kobe.
but y'all not
Kobe.
y'all down playing
Kobe. Listen, Kobe. Listen. The reality is where we were, the way our team was constructed, what we added in our off-season pieces. We was gonna be straight regardless. Like we was gonna be straight. So Anthony Davis coming into that. We're not going to fall off the cliff because I'm not saying Anthony Davis is terrible. Yes, he's a good player. Yes, there's some things in some aspects of the game, we are going to be better than when Luka was there. Defensively, we became a much longer, more athletic team defensively, right? But the end of the day, we're not better off. Like, Luka with our mob, everybody's expecting us to go back to Western Conference Finals. Like that's you look at you say when we healthy, because before we just went on this little tip, we was around 4 or 5 in the West before everybody got hurt, before we lost PJ. Well, we was playing in the middle of the pack without Luka. And what I'm saying is,
but everybody in the middle of the pack in the West. That's not saying a lot.
It is saying a lot. Who's playing in the middle of the pack without their guy? Who's playing in the middle of the pack without their number one guy?
No, y'all at the bottom of the pack now.
Because we just lost 4 other people. That's what I'm saying. For most of the season, we've been middle of the pack because Luka been hurt. Is what I'm saying. He's missed 24 out of 46 games. He's missed more than half our games. So, and without him, we still were in the middle of the pack. We just took a drop in the last about 17 games.
Look, I'm not.
And we're better off. You better off every day with Luka. You bet, because you know what I know for certain. I know for certain in the playoffs, there's only one person who consistently put up more buckets in the playoffs than Luka Doncic, and that's Michael Jeffrey Jordan. The only person in the history of the NBA. The only person. The NBA has been around for, what, 75, 80 years, Moneyball? It's been about, what, 10,000 people come through the NBA?
That's right.
Of them 10,000, 3 people went All NBA first team in your first 5 times in your first 6 years. 3 people. Larry Bird, Tim Duncan, Luka. Come on, man. It ain't no day. It ain't no way you can make this.
But Pooh, nobody discredited who Luka is as a player.
Nobody. My point is, you trying to act like we're in a better spot. We are not in a better spot. We're not in a better spot.
I think
we lost. We lost everything. We lost the ability, huh?
I think you guys got better by subtraction.
We did, but better by subtraction.
Yeah.
So you saying that's like saying
you talking about Michael Jeffrey Jordan scoring all them points. You know what else Michael Jeffrey Jordan did? He played defense.
Okay. That's like saying if Baltimore trade Lamar Jackson for Matt Stafford, they get better.
No, they ain't the
same thing. They get better?
Huh? The same thing.
Why they ain't the same thing?
If they trade him,
Matt Stafford gonna throw that bitch to Mark Andrews.
If they trade him for Josh Allen, then yeah, that's fair trade. Ain't no robbery.
So Lamar for Josh Allen is fair trade.
Yeah.
Right. But they're the same age. They came in the same draft. Matt Stafford is 7 years older.
Man, we talking about immediate success. You trying to tell me Anthony Davis don't give them a chance to get to the finals?
We just went to the finals. They got a chance to go to the finals with Luka.
With Anthony Davis, you don't think they're going back to the finals or at least have a chance?
I think we were going to the finals with Luka. With what we added Najee Marshall.
He's not there. Do you still think they have a chance to go to the finals?
I think that it's my mom, so I'm always going to stand behind my mom. But I don't want no soft-ass Anthony Davis.
But realistically, are they going back to the finals? Realistically.
So I'm going to be honest with you. This is my honest opinion. I don't think we got a guy. Everybody talks about Kyrie. Talented as a motherfucker. Kyrie's not a guy. Kyrie is the guy next to the guy.
Right.
Anthony Davis is the guy next to the guy. We ain't got a guy. When Kyrie was at his best, he was next to fucking LeBron. When AD was at his best, he was next. When AD had his own team, they sat in last place. When Kyrie had his own team, they was some shit.
No, that's a fact. But that's
so what I'm saying. So we don't have a guy. So yeah, I like Dallas. That's my mom. I'm always gonna say I hope we go to the finals. But who's the guy? We ain't got a guy. We got 2 1Bs or 2 A's, whatever you want to say. We ain't got a stone cold guy. We ain't got a guy. We ain't got SGA. We ain't got an Aaron Edwards. We ain't got a Giannis. Them guys. We got the guy next to them.
Every team over the history of the NBA who's won a championship didn't necessarily have a guy.
Tell me who won besides the Pistons.
Teams won by
besides the Pistons. Tell me who won and didn't have a guy.
The Detroit Pistons with Chauncey Billups and Richard
I just said besides the Pistons.
That's true, yeah.
Besides the Pistons.
The last championship that the Spurs won, they didn't have a guy.
They had Kawhi Leonard and Tim Duncan.
That man averaged 18 points a game, 17 points a game when they won that championship. He wasn't even that lead scorer. He was the 4th lead scorer on the team, Poon.
They had Tim Duncan.
The guy.
Huh?
Kawhi Leonard was not the guy.
They had Tim Duncan and Kawhi Leonard, who are both guys.
Oh, Tim Duncan was not the guy. They did that
Right. What I'm saying, Kobe.
You're the same person that said Mark had a safety in the playoffs.
Kobe.
I don't think you thinking too straight.
Kobe. They might not have been at their prime, but they still 1A guys. They still 1A guys. Tim Duncan's a 1A guy. Kawhi Leonard's a 1A guy.
They won that championship by committee.
But it was a lot of them, Kobe. It's about 4 of them now. Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili.
But what I'm saying, none of them scored 20+ points per game in that finals.
But all of them.
Okay.
All
and so let me ask this. In the 4th quarter, when you need a bucket, even the old Tim Duncan can't get you a bucket. You don't feel comfortable knowing I get this Tim Duncan, I'm gonna give me a fucking bucket.
But they wasn't going to Tim Duncan.
Then they would go to Kawhi because Kawhi gonna get a bucket.
They was just going. They was going by matchup. Tony Parker had the ball in his hand.
Even still, Kobe, you picking anomalies. You saying it happened. These anomalies.
Okay,
even if I give you the Spurs, I give you the Pistons. I give you the Spurs and Pistons. That's 2 teams. That's 2 teams out of the last 25 years.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this. If the Dallas Mavericks win the championship, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear you celebrating. I don't want you.
I'm a celebrate because that's my mom. But I don't think we got a guy.
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. If the Dallas Mavericks win the championship, just don't say nothing.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't want to hear it.
The one team I don't want to see in the playoffs is the Los Angeles Lakers. If we see the Lakers in the playoffs, Luka gonna go for 50 and 30.
Now that's a fact.
Expand on that, Pumi. So get away from the Mavericks for a second. Let's talk about the Lakers. So what does this trade mean for the Lakers, in your opinion?
I think the Lakers are solid for the next 10 years.
But what about this season?
I mean, with this season, like the Lakers in the 4th, they're in 4th place right now. If you get Luka back in the next week, I don't.
He played.
I think that Luka and LeBron are smart enough basketball players to learn how to play with each other.
Oh, they definitely play together well on the offensive end for sure. Two high IQ players. And Luka is expected to play on Saturday. He practiced with him today, and he's gearing up to play on Saturday. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited just to see those two on the court together, just to see what it looks like.
Hey man, I'm a LeBron fan, so I'm all right. I mean, it ain't what I want, but I know one thing. I would like to see them play Dallas so he can go for 50 every night. Poor Klay Thompson. Good God. He'll put Klay Thompson in retirement.
I got it. Oh, dog, what did this trade mean for the Lakers?
I don't want to talk about. I'm not talking about that shit no more, man. I ain't.
Bye, man. Time out, man. Shit.
The NBA need the Lakers to be good, man. The NBA need the Lakers to be good. And they need them to have a superstar.
So I'm going to ask you this.
I was listening to Sirius today. They said over the last 65 years, every year but 7 years, the Lakers have had a top 10 player in the NBA.
That's a fact.
Yeah. I mean, that's the Lakers, man.
Right. So the NBA needed that. They've been going through who's going to be the face of the league once Curry, LeBron, and KD leave. Now, I don't think it's a question. It's Luka hands down because he's in L.A. Yeah. Luka in L.A. becomes the face of the NBA.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to ask this to Mo, though. Mo, do you think – I want two opinions from you. Do you think this trade made the Lakers better short term? And what do you see the Lakers being long term?
In the short term, that's tough because I haven't seen the secondary move. So without getting another defensive presence, I'm going to say they took a slight step back because they were already pretty bad defensively, and you took a great defensive player away. We can't take that away from Anthony Davis. As soft as he is a great defender. So in the short term, unless they plug that hole in the middle, they took a slight step back, but we talking maybe from 4th to 6th seed. In the long term, Pumi already said it. Luka Doncic with the backdrop of Los Angeles with the Lakers, monogram across your chest, any star player is going to want to play with him because of his style of play. You know he's a dog. You know he's a facilitator, and you don't have to worry about him. I've never heard Luka Doncic throw one teammate under the bus. That's not a something that he has on his jacket. So I believe many players will want to take pay cuts to play with him. If you're a star player, you're going to want to get paid to play beside him. And LeBron come off the book in 2 years. So I think long-term is a no-brainer, slam dunk.
And it's LA.
And it's LA, right? Taxes higher than a mug. You got to get that fire insurance. But other than that, it's a great place to be.
Yeah. So Mo, we were just chatting about it before the show started. The Lakers been playing good ball. They won 9 out their last 11 games. And one thing that we both notice is the effort in which they're playing in and the defensive effort in which they're playing in. Like defense, they've been playing. They've been crazy with it. They've been flying all over the court. And I think Vanderbilt, like I told you earlier, is a big key to that. I think he brought that defensive energy. Now, you add Luka into the mix on Saturday. Do they keep that momentum going, or are they going to go back a little bit?
I think they definitely keep it going, and they ain't play no scrubs either. So shout out to the Lakers. They beat the hell out the Knicks, and they beat the hell out the Clippers. And that wasn't no fluke wins, and you can see it. But that's Kobe. You played the game for a long time. They're gonna take a slight step back because they got to figure it out. It's in the short term. I'm not saying that it's because of Luka, but anytime you add a player that needs the ball in his hand, this ain't adding a role player like Dorian Finney-Smith. They gotta figure out what sets work with LeBron and Luka. Who is gonna fall back? Because Austin Reeves got to figure out his role now. Is he gonna come off the bench? Like, okay, now I might have to turn into a spot up shooter if I'm Austin Reeves, because I'll be damned if I'm gonna take the ball out of Luka's hand. So, in my opinion, I think they may take a small step back just to figure out the roles on the team. In my opinion.
Yeah.
So, Money Mo, to that I say, I think they're gonna figure it out because they high IQ players a lot faster. I think what's gonna take more time is other teams figuring out how to play against LeBron and Luka. How do you figure that out?
Whew. That's a tough one, Puma. You right. That's a tough one.
Hey, Poom, who gonna have the ball fourth quarter?
I think so. As being a Dallas fan, you know what I'm saying? One of the things that I did not like when Kyrie first came was that Luka was trying to be so inviting to him that he was like, all right, I'm going to show deference to you. Go, you know what I'm saying? And then it kind of morphed into all right, this fourth quarter, we're going to figure it out. I go, you go, I go, you go. Hey, if you got it, I'm going to give it to you and you just go. If I got it, you give it to me and I'm going to go. And I think that's more where him and LeBron going to go. They're going to say, you know what? Hey, Bron, you got to go on today, baby. This you. You know what I'm saying? Where, hey, Luka, you turn that motherfucker up, baby. You keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think either one of them are caught up on that part of the ego of I got to be the one in the last 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think both of them want to win. Like, it's important for LeBron's legacy to win, and it's really important for Luka's legacy to win. Because regardless of how the teams are constructed, now that LeBron has the top 3 player in his prime, that's going to go against his legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, people going to say, well, he played like, oh, he had Luka Doncic. Like, that's going to be an argument against LeBron. Like, so it's going to be important for them to figure it out. So I don't think that either one of them are going to be caught up on the ego of who takes this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree. We're going to agree to disagree of the whole Anthony Davis piece. You know, I just I'm gonna just throw it out there for the viewers and the listeners. Anthony Davis last 5 games prior to the injury and the trade: 29 points, 16 rebounds, 4 blocks; 25 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks; 37 points, 13 rebounds, 2 blocks; 42 points, 23 rebounds, 5 blocks. So that's the type of player that
No,
the Mavericks get.
listen. Anthony Davis at his best is a hell of a ball player. The problem is when the money's on the line, you're not catching Anthony Davis at his best.
Yeah.
Like, that's
And
my thing. Like everything looks good. Like it's listen. You play when you come out with Lively at the 5, Anthony Davis at the 4. So that's 7-1, 6-11. PJ Washington 6-9. Klay Thompson 6-7. Kyrie the only little guy we got. You know what I'm saying?
6'3".
Klay still play defense, so we coming out with 4 tough defenders. You know what I'm saying? And 2 shooters out of there. So on paper, it's like, okay, you know what? He still gives us a chance. And I'm not saying I don't think we have a chance, but I don't think we're better off. I don't think on any level, and you're trying to say, oh, y'all better. No, we're not fucking better off. Like, he gives us a chance because we had a good team anyway. You know what I'm saying? And when you add an all-star to a good team, that team should continue to roll. So, yes, we got a chance, but we're not better off.
Okay. That's a fair point. And the last little piece of this whole saga, and a lot of people have their theories about this. Do you think LeBron knew about this trade beforehand, or was he surprised just like everybody else, like he said he was?
I don't think he knew. Like, why would you tell LeBron if you don't tell? You know what I'm saying? If the coaches is being held out of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, because you know LeBron going to talk to Rich Paul, you know Rich Paul going to do his best to gate it. Rich Paul would have probably called Luka's agent and be like, yo, you know they trying to do this? You know, and throwing all types of shit in it because he didn't want him to leave. He didn't want AD to leave the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Fumi. I agree. I don't think LeBron knew. I
go ahead.
I also think it's a power play by the Lakers.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think this is their opportunity to say, you know what, we appreciate you, LeBron, but we're moving off of you having absolute control over the Lakers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
We appreciate you. You know, we still gonna let you know, but this ain't your show no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was an opportunity for them to move off of it, and they did.
Yeah, and a reporter asked LeBron about that today, and he said, "Why would I be concerned about that?" You know what I mean? He like, if I was tripping off that, I would have, did my no trade clause, got rid of that, and asked him get me out of here. So he not tripping. He understand. He's 40. He know any day now he out of there.
Yeah.
So for
hey, Money Mo, and Kobe and Poon.
Mm-hmm.
I heard y'all say great defensive player. Is Dennis Rodman, was he a great defensive player?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was Tony Allen a great defensive player?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. I just was making sure, checking I'm just trying to check. Like some people say, Ohio State wide receiver Jeremiah Smith is a generational talent, right? They say he's a generational talent. I say I've seen this 16 times before. Very easy. It's a guy that played in the Houston Texans that look just like, they do the same exact thing he do. They played for a long time, just got a yellow jacket. All he is Andre Johnson reincarnated.
Yeah.
What? And Andre Johnson ran better routes.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
My thing is we got to be careful when we say great. I don't consider great when you do shit in the regular season. I consider great when you do shit when the money is on the line. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion of how I grade people. So I guess we'll see.
And that's a fair point, but just to just to be clear, when the Lakers won their championship a few years back,
You talking about when the world was shut down?
he played
Remove
great.
me, man. Bye, man.
He played
Remove me. Bye, man.
He played great.
Remove me, man. Bye, man. Bye, man. Get me out of here, man.
To your
Let him
point,
go.
though,
Let him go.
I know you can't hear me, but
He
to
on one.
your point, I think that your production, like that, makes a great player. You know what I'm saying? I think saying that somebody's a great defender is just one attribute. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Anthony Davis is a great. I think it's crazy that he made the top 75 over Dwight Howard. Like, like honestly, I think Dwight Howard was a more top 75 than Anthony Davis. But I still think Anthony Davis is a great defender. I don't think he's a great player, but I think he's a great defender. I think that to be a great player, yes, you have to perform when the money's on the line. Yes, you have to do all those things. You know what I'm saying? But I think that you can still have some great attributes. You can still be a great shooter, a great defender, a great rebounder without being a great player.
And I think that's what people confuse with AD. They wanted him to be a generational player, and he's just not. He is a generational defender, and he checks a lot of blocks, but they wanted him to be that guy that was gonna, be the face of the league, carry teams. That's just not him.
I'll say that he's a generational talent. He's a generational talent.
It might not be him, but I mean, it's hard for me to agree with that when I'm looking at these numbers in my face where his career average is 25 and 12.
What my thing is with that, Kobe,
that's his career average.
There's been a lot of great
season. That's his entire career.
Generational. We say generational now. We talking about guys that typically take their teams far into the playoffs.
He has a ring. He has a ring on his finger.
He didn't take them far in the playoffs. He was on a team with another generational player that got them to that point. When he had his own team. No. When he had his own team, they couldn't get out the first round of the playoffs.
Shit, they couldn't get to the playoffs.
You know what I mean? When LeBron was a generational player. We agree with that, right? When he had his team, before he went to Miami, he went to the finals. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, other generational now.
Okay.
Eventually, Wemby will get his team to the finals.
But let's stop right there, because you talking about Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, all those guys. Those guys got the ball in their hand. Anthony Davis is a big man. That is a little different. It's a little different in the way he can make an impact. He can't make the same impact because he don't have the ball in his hand. He has to rely on them to feed them, give them the ball, and so he can do his work. He's not bringing the ball up the court, and all that stuff.
He's a generational talent, but he's not a generational player. Period.
He's a generational talent, but he's not a generational great or a generational superstar. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
He's not the A1. He's not a what you call an alpha. He's not the alpha. And
it's mentality. That's all it is. It's just mentality.
Yeah.
He just don't have
kind of like Paul George. I think he has one of the best games I've seen, but he just don't have that alpha mentality.
Cat. Hey, Anthony Brown.
You know who reminds me, but he used to bark all the time like it was something different. But who was never a 1A guy. He needed somebody.
Who that?
KG. KG wasn't no 1A guy. He needed somebody. That motherfucker, he do all that barking and shit, so people thought he was a dog. But KG used to get his ass honey baked by Dirk and fucking Tim Duncan.
But guess what, Poon? I never heard not one person say not one bad or negative thing about KG.
That's facts.
No, listen. He played hard. He do all that. The difference is, if Anthony Davis didn't miss time, if he didn't play every third game, people would have a totally different narrative about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, the narrative from KG is because he was always there. You know what I'm saying? Like, people try to say, oh, well, he ain't had shit. KG, they had some loaded mobs in Minnesota. He just couldn't get the shit done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He had to go with Paul Pierce and say, you know what? Paul Pierce, you be the guy. I'm going to do everything else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm going to defend. I'm going to rebound. and I think that's AD. AD
Okay.
needs somebody to be the guy. I
Right.
can do everything else.
So are you saying Kyrie can't be the guy? Cause I think he can in terms of offensively.
Yeah.
I'm saying that Kyrie had a chance at being the guy. Didn't go well in
But that was
Cleveland.
earlier. That was earlier in his career. Now
It did,
he's
okay,
older, mature.
okay.
Done been through
It
done
did
that.
not go. It didn't go well in Boston either.
That was
Or
early.
last year in
That was
Dallas.
early.
They didn't.
Huh?
If you he disappeared in Dallas. It's the same problem AD had mentally.
Yeah.
They check out,
Yeah.
bro. It's you know it. You seen AD, bro. You seen it in his eyes. He ain't want the ball. He go in the corner. He just standing there. You like, what the fuck AD doing?
Like, and that was crazy. Like last year in the like, it was kind of like Luka was almost looking at him like, man, if you just come with me, maybe somebody else will too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just need you, Kyrie. And he kind of left him out there. But I think that, you know, I think Kyrie can have some great games. You know what I'm saying? But consistently being that guy, like I said, I'll give you Cleveland. It was early in his career, but he had a chance to mature, learn under LeBron, and went to the Celtics with two young studs and couldn't get it done. Like Kyrie should have been an upgrade over Isaiah Thomas. He should have been an upgrade over Isaiah Thomas. And that team with Isaiah Thomas that went to the Eastern Conference Finals got booted in, I think, the first or second round with Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is at this point. And I like Kyrie. I like him as a player. I like him as a person. You know what I'm saying? He seems to like have reached a zen point in his life where, you know, he's much more just calm about, and he doesn't let the outside affect him as much anymore. So I'm happy. I mean, I love that for him, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that. I think Kyrie is a generational talent as well. I don't think he's a generational player.
Right. Right. All right. So moving along, there were some other trades made in the NBA. You know, I want to know from you guys what trades did you like and what other trades would you like to see before the deadline tomorrow evening.
God damn, I didn't know we was having an Anthony Davis show. Shit. Fuck. We gotta have a goddamn Anthony Davis show because that's your favorite player now. Damn. If he anything like your football favorite player, then we know he ain't gonna do well.
Anthony Davis already got a ring though.
Yeah, well, maybe he should go talk to what you call it. Maybe Lamar need to leave and go, like Poom said. Maybe Lamar need to leave and come on over to Cincinnati so he can throw that ball to Chase.
Yeah, because Burrow sure don't got a Super Bowl.
You right, but we been there.
Been there don't count.
You right. I hear you. I hear you.
So back, Poom, talk to me. Trades you would like to see before the trade deadline tomorrow, and what trades did you like already that took place within the last 24, 48 hours?
I would like for David Stern to resurrect from the dead, come back and veto this trade. That's the only thing I care about. If we can't get David Stern to show up at the NBA office and say, we exit this shit like Chris Paul. That's it. The rest of that shit I don't even know about. Money Mo said it was another breaking news. You know what I said? Bob Humble, I ain't hear none of that shit. Jimmy Butler went somewhere though. I ain't hear none of that shit. I don't care. Like,
what you think about the Jimmy Butler trade though? Because it was a big feud between him and the Miami Heat, and we didn't know if he was going to stay, if he was going to go.
I'm happy Jimmy Butler got out, but that ain't gonna help. That ain't gonna help Golden State.
I'm happy he got out, but what I understand is Jimmy been around way too long to still be getting in the pissing contest with somebody like fucking Pat Riley because you can't win. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
but it is what it is. I don't think that shit moved the needle. Golden State, they're gonna be in the play-in.
Yeah,
with Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I heard a report that a lot of people think Pat Riley and the front office in Miami they created that monster because they allowed Jimmy Butler to pretty much maneuver how he wanted to within that organization. He was taking private jets by himself, and meeting the team and destinations and stuff like that. So he got kind of spoiled, and that was just his mindset. So when you try to change or try to stop what he's been used to doing since he's been in Miami, then I think some friction is going to transpire.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
As far as trades that I like, I remember where I was at when that Chris Paul trade got vetoed. Man, I was just getting off a bird coming back from Iraq.
Yeah,
I was pissed as hell. So this is my get back. I'm loving this trade right here. I don't even really care about the rest of them. I got Luka, baby.
Yeah.
we in there, baby. Luka Magic.
Yeah, Money Mo. I know you happy you got rid of that great defensive player.
I make basket. I make basket. That's what we got now. I make basket. 40 every
Hey, look, hey, you know what's crazy though? When you watch this shit, you see like last year during the playoffs, Keyshawn Johnson couldn't stop hating on Luka. Like every time Keyshawn Johnson get on, he talk shit about Luka. Now Luka Laker, this motherfucker act like they got goddamn Larry Bird wrapped inside Wilt Chamberlain. He's like, I was like, man, you some shit. Like, fuck the Lakers, man. Now I can see why everybody hates the Lakers, though. I can see why. Like, why the Lakers, though? You know what I'm saying? Like, why the Lakers?
Man, you gave them to us. Shit.
Hey, according to the press conference, they say it was relationships built between the two GMs, and they had that rapport, they had that trust, and they made a backdoor deal.
Man, hey, Rob been planting seeds in them for the day like this. He like, I'm finna cash this shit in. All them dinners
and you know what's crazy? This is the shit I'm like. You make the black man look incompetent than a motherfucker for the whole world. Now Rob Pelinka look like a goddamn genius, and fucking Nico Harrison, you look like a dumbass nigga for the world to see. That's why we can't let niggas say he look like a DEI. All this DEI shit they talk about. Nico Harrison is the biggest DEI hire in NBA history.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hey, tell us how you really feel, big bro.
You said what?
Tell us how you really feel, big bro.
I'm telling you, dog. Like, come on, man. You and then you let the nigga say, man, look, we only gonna give you one first round. Nico Harrison will never. If that's your man, you said like your man, you fleece your man. You wouldn't want to do some shit to your man to he'll never get another job in the NBA.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? He come work for me.
That's the only thing he can do. Go work for you. Dumbass.
Hey, that move might put Pelinka over Magic because Magic was getting LeBron and being the catalyst of getting Anthony Davis over there over his head. Bro. Now he can say, I got a 25-year-old Luka in the building for the next 15 years.
They need to put a statue of Nico Harrison right there up on the Magic shit. They need to put his head like a little ball, just so somebody can kick that shit, dumb motherfucker.
Yeah.
Ron Pelinka ain't do shit.
Hey, look, it was some other under the radar trades. Is a game on right now. De'Aaron Fox is in the San Antonio Spurs uniform. What you think that's going to look like? I watched before the show started. I was watching the first quarter, and it looked like he hit the ground running. He was hooping off the jump. What you guys think about that move with Fox and Big Wembanyama playing together for the next who knows how many years?
It's a good move. Good move. I mean, they need some more pieces though to compete out west right now, because you look at a team like Oklahoma City, they're gonna counter you with Chet and Hartenstein, and then they got SGA, but then they got the other pieces with the Williamses and all those guys. So it's a good first step for San Antonio to building out the team around Wemby, because he was gonna be the next European to leave fucking Texas. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Miami gonna be open in a few years. LA would have been open out there with Luka, so they got to do what they got to do to keep Wemby in San Antonio, because it's LA.
Yeah, and they sitting at like the 13th spot right now. I predict with this trade with Fox coming in, I predict them making a playing game and potentially squeezing into the playoffs.
Ooh.
That's a bold prediction, Kobe.
Yeah, that is
That's
a bold
prediction.
It's a
They're
bold
gonna go from 13 to 10. You know what I'm saying?
but you got to remember everybody only separated by a couple games. That's not that it ain't that bold. If you think about win losses, they're only behind a couple games from 10th.
That's my point. It's not bold. They made the playoffs. I don't know because Darren Fox is a good player, but he had another All-Star with him in Sacramento. Sacramento right there with San Antonio. And San Antonio they got some young good wings. Like
Yeah.
they be all right.
Yeah. And I want to hear from O-Dog. You out there in Phoenix. There's a lot of trade talk about KD. What's your thoughts on that? You think he should stay in Phoenix, or would you like to see him land somewhere else?
I would like for them to bring somebody else here with KD and Booker.
Yeah.
But with Bradley Beal having that no trade clause in his joint, he got to sign off on it. So I think they might just be stuck with those three.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
All our listeners and viewers, it's tough to be a professional athlete in Phoenix. And you can bounce to Vegas in 45 minutes, 30 minutes. You're in LA, and it's tough because besides Devin Booker, they just need. I think they need some help with the big men. They need a big man to help them out a little bit.
Yeah,
and they don't have any what you guys would call a great or even a good defensive player, somebody that really locks in on the defensive side of the ball. I think they got I forgot the guy's name that went to Duke that nobody liked. He was in
Grayson now. I love him.
Grayson, yeah.
I think he tries, but I just feel like they need another piece. But once again, they talking about him going to Dallas. Maybe getting with Kyrie and that other guy. So, I just think the NBA now, bro, the NBA is just, it is what it is, bro. But as far as, the other trade, I think Chris Middleton, I think it's over for him. They sent him to DC for his career to be over.
Yeah. I was about to say salute to Kyle Kuzma for getting out of that El Salvadorian prison, aka Washington Wizards.
Yeah, so he gonna be so Chris Middleton gonna be at Park on Friday. He gonna be at Park on Friday. He gonna be over in Arlington somewhere at the little hookah lounge. So
I tell you what, he won't be. He won't be at Capital One playing.
Nah,
because Chris Middleton he been hurt from Milwaukee, and there's no reason to rush your 37-year-old ass back for 6-41.
He gonna get a buyout. He gonna be he gonna get a buyout.
Yeah, I'm about to say they probably just he do a buyout, right?
Yeah.
Now if he does a buyout and he goes somewhere that he can come off the bench, like if he goes and be like a piece where he can sign with a team that he might be able to come off the bench, give him about anywhere between 8 to about 12 points, and Chris Middleton at least tries to play a little defense, and he tries, and he's a good basketball player, but just with age and all those injuries he had, man, that year when they won that championship, man, he put on a show, but after that it was over. And he got a bag, and he got his bag, so he good. But those are the only trades that that I've seen or whatever. But good luck to all those guys.
Yeah, and I think Zach LaVine in the Sacramento uniform now, right?
Yeah.
He back there with what's his name? He back there with mid range. Yeah.
So shout out to all them fellas, man. Hey, O-Dog, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I got a lot of final thoughts, but we just don't have enough time to talk about them. So I got a lot of final thoughts to talk about because y'all keep bringing up stats and this and this and that. I ain't no stat guy. And y'all talking about Pumi talking about, well, what you do in the regular season, man. Michael Jordan, regular season killing. And my Money Mo, Michael Jordan, regular season, right? He killing. Scoring titles. They say, man, we need you to show up playoffs. He killing the playoffs. Detroit lose. Do this. Man, we need you to win. And we need you to be the man. I need to see what you do. I am a playoff.
Right.
I don't care if you lose in the playoffs. I am what have you done in the biggest game? I'm saying the same shit that I said last year in my Money Mo about Jason Tatum, correct?
You did.
My narrative ain't changed, and that's fine. Y'all can have the guys with the stats, and I'll take a guy that maybe don't have those type of stats, but he's a dog when it comes to playoffs. He do the little things. You know what I'm saying? That's just my type of players. That's who I get down with. I don't care about you averaging 42s and this and that or whatever the case may be. So what? What do you do on defensive side of the ball, offensive side, in the playoffs or in the biggest game that you have been in? That's what I judge you off of. And that's all I'm saying. So, and if we calling somebody, let's not act like we comparing the levels, right? If somebody's considered the best, if I'm considered one of the top corners in the league, it's different than if I'm considered the nickel on my team. Correct? Mm-hmm. So if I'm the nickel on my team and somebody have a couple catches on me, but if I'm the considered top 5 corner in the league and somebody have a couple oh man, come on now. It's a big difference. So if you considering somebody talking about, well, he got the top talent, he's arguably one of the best, then let's hold him to that standard.
Right.
Let's hold whatever player it may be. That's why I judge people off. I don't judge people off on stats because we can easily be confused by stats. I don't judge people off of stats. I judge people off of when it came time, when you going against another dog, and it's the brightest and the lights are bright. What did you do? Win, lose, or draw? Did you do everything you could to put that's why as much as I get on you, Cole, about Lamar Jackson, I go crazy and we talk the worst, whatever. With you, with Lamar, somebody else, I'm like, nah. As bad as he played, you got to tip your hat to a gentleman like that because the simple fact is he could have went in the tank.
Right.
The man bounced back and put his team in a situation, not only go down and score, he go for 2, he did everything, but damn near hand the ball to the gentleman. That is how I judge players. Not on, he had 65 or 20, he was 22 for 21 for 750 yards. No, how did he play in the game? He might only been 10 for 12, but he didn't go no interceptions. He had no turnovers. He called a timeout when the clock was getting ready to run out. That is how I judge players, not on whether or not they score points. I'm not a stat guy, period. I'm on, do you make motherfucking plays when it's time to make plays, period. And if a guy's bigger than you, so what? You in the NBA, figure the shit out. And if he leaning on you and he whatever, take his big ass out to the motherfucking pause. Take him out to the 3-point line. If you consider the 4 and you can boogie and you got all this, well, take him outside. That's one of the things with this fat boy right there. That's why he was so good and athletic. Boom, 6'5", but he out there dribbling, shooting, doing whatever. And he 300-some pounds. That's my point, bro. Like I don't fall for now. That's y'all, and that's cool. Whatever, stats, cool. It is what it is. So we talking about stats. Okay, the best DBs got the most interceptions. Fuck no, because some of the best DBs ain't getting thrown at. Period.
No,
Okay, then. So we ain't. I don't. When it comes to stats, I don't want to hear that. Y'all do that. Period. Cool. I'm just telling you like this. You know how we judge on the No Cap Sports Show podcast. Are we partying? Are we Money Mo? Are we hanging out all night when we go against Anthony Davis, the last man?
Yes.
We out all night.
Yeah.
Look, we ain't even going back to the hotel room. We going straight from wherever we was to shoot around. If I gotta check the glass, man. Come on, man. Y'all niggas, man, what are we talking about? Man, come on, man. Oh man, y'all crazy.
I got to check the glass, man.
Hey, what? I'm out, man. I'm out all night. I'm out. That's part of the reason why the Lakers won in the bubble, because the fellas couldn't go out. They was just stuck in the bubble. They couldn't get out the party. They wanted to go out. Shoot. Hey, man.
Awesome take, bro.
Hey, man. To each his own, man. His own.
Right.
And to the viewers and listeners who got the notification that today's episode was going to be the interview with former NFL running back Michael Bush, we apologize, but that interview will be airing Wednesday, February 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you tune in for that. You don't want to miss it.
Shout out Mike Bush.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
yes,
Poon,
sir.
I got one question. Poon didn't answer. Use a little, you came on because it's Deuce game. We all picked our Super Bowl pick. Who you got in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs.
My man.
Why? Because his stats.
Yeah, those stats is awesome.
I don't think the NFL gonna let them win. Let Philadelphia win. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Oh man, he go. All right.
He a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, listen, man. The way they did my bills, man. The way they did my bills was unreal.
Man, you still hurt, bro. You still hurt.
I am.
You had a tough couple weeks. The Buffalo Bills. Now this.
Hey, you know what? You know what's fucked up is when Buffalo lost, I was like, fuck it, man. Basketball. Luka, we're going back to the finals this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go back to the finals. And then this DEI ass fucking goddamn Nico Harrison, man. And they gonna fire his ass, man, tonight.
Hey, where you at, Poon, man? I'm about to come bring you a bottle of Woodford, brother.
Man, look, if you bring me a bottle of Woodford, I might drive to Dallas and slap the shit out of Nico myself.
Oh man.
Hey man, look, man, great show, fellas, man. Great talk, man. I loved it, man. We all had different opinions, man. We got at each other, man. That's great. That's great, bro. Hey, Mo Money, man, why don't you get us out of here?
Man, to all the viewers, listeners, and subscribers, thank you for watching this week. Hopefully you enjoyed. Look out for the content to come. On that note, peace.
Salute.